two teams with big offensive and defensive lines come together today at Bachelder Field as it's the Monroeville Eagles visiting the Western Reserve Roughriders. Both teams 2-0 in the Firelands Conference. We have it all live. We have it all free on the OH Report, and it's coming up next.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Homan Transportation, hauling fresh milk and cream from the farm to your table. Proud supporter of the Monroeville Eagles.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
And a very good evening to you all. Welcome to the Monroeville Eagles Athletic Boosters pregame show. Chris Bliley along with Todd Lillo, Brandon Ehrenberg up on the perch, bringing you all of the pictures here tonight as it's Military Appreciation Night. And Todd, in small communities in Northwest Ohio, Military Appreciation Night means a lot.
One of my favorite times of year. You know, we're just starting to get into fall. We've got perfect weather, great weather. A picturesque scene here. Both great communities down historic Route 20. American flags left and right, and it's a heck of a night to be here. Yeah, we have a big American flag hanging up in the north end zone. Oh, they did bring the crane.
Yes,
I heard rumors
of
a crane coming out tonight, and somebody said no, there can't be a crane out here. They brought it out.
And so you see the large flag. I don't know the size of the flag. Also, the tunnel that the players are going to run through, that's also for Military Appreciation Night. Hey, while we're here, let's mention Jason Ratliff. I know you know him well. Tell us a little bit about what he's doing with Military Appreciation Night.
I spoke to him before the game. It was wonderful to see him. We chatted about old times. We're both early 90s graduates of Willard High School to date ourselves. Jason, Courtney Carnahan, several names I've known for several years in Willard put these Military Appreciation Nights on, and they go over just incredibly well. Great communities. They invite veterans from far and wide to come in and be part of the process, and selfless out of everyone involved.
Let's talk a little bit about the Monroeville Eagles. 3-2 overall, 2-0 in the Firelands Conference under head coach Tyler Nestor. Tough loss to Calvert in week 2. They've rebounded here with wins over South Central and New London. Probably the 2 easier games you're going to get in the Firelands Conference. But they come in here with a big offensive line, talented, dual threat quarterback, talented running back, and can they match the size of the Western Reserve line? That will be the big question.
They haven't done a ton of rebuilding over the years in Monroeville. They like to reload, as we say, all the way back to Coach Ringholt's days. I know the line play is always stout and strong coming out of Monroeville. They've got a heck of a test tonight here in Western Reserve.
Hey, I didn't know when I pulled this picture up of Maverick Myers, who we're featuring tonight. He's wearing a Military Appreciation Night jersey. So how about that? Maverick, a two-way starter. You'll see him catch the ball at tight end, even though he, better blocker, but he catches it. 3 touchdowns last week. Also plays outside linebacker, 6'2", 175-pounder. He's already earned 2 letter winners, and he's also an excellent special teams player as he blocked a punt last night. And I kind of think when a kid's playing most of the snaps out there, you kind of know that they're an Energizer bunny for their team.
That's about as old school as you could get. Not just a two-way player, but special teams as well. A Swiss Army knife, as we were talking before the game. Jack of all trades, master of all, it sounds like, as well. So a heck of a player to have on your sidelines.
Well, I don't want to miss this, so even though we'll talk about the Western Reserve side of things when they come, but they are getting out here as we normally try to take a commercial break during our national anthem, but being Military Appreciation Night and having this big flag and the football players, it's my understanding they're going to come out and also hold part of the flag. I just noticed it also must be mini cheerleader night here today, as you can see them, the Roughriders, coming out in their camo uniforms, and all of the mini cheerleaders in that army green shirts. Pretty impressive, Todd.
It is a fantastic scene. Good call on the mini cheerleaders. I see them now that we're standing up. And yes, it looks like veterans, football players alike, holding the flag tonight.
So the Western Reserve alma mater right now, and that will be followed by the Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem.
I see Uncle Sam is also holding.
Yes.
Uncle Sam and their twin holding the flag here tonight.
I remember the days, Todd, when Western played Saturday day games. They didn't have lights, and what this community's done to get behind their school with the new Bachelder, the home side bleachers, this press box we're in is about as good as you're going to find anywhere. Monroeville will be cutting their ribbon on their press box next week over at Marsh Field.
Shiny field, gorgeous blue track here. Yes, they used to have to go old school Wrigley Field without lights here, but now here we are, Friday night lights.
Yep, and now we will have the national anthem.
We ask that you remain standing and remove your hats as we honor America by playing our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
And our national anthem, played by the Western Reserve Roughriders Marching Brass. We'll continue on here in our pregame show here, sponsored by the Monroeville Athletic Boosters, and talk a little bit now about the home team, the Western Reserve Roughriders. And they're on a little bit of a run right now. They come in at 4-1, only lost to a good Margaretta team, 21-0. But you look at, Todd, those 3 last games and what they've done to their opponents. That's pretty impressive.
You don't normally see the St. Paul football team on the opposite end of a score like that. So that sticks out to you right off the bat. So definitely a different atmosphere here this year. They've already passed the St. Paul hurdle. At Monroeville, no easy task tonight. They can't look past anybody, but this is definitely a special team.
And looks like they're getting ready to run out on the field. So as they do, we'll cut over to that picture. We'll get to our featured player. It's going to be Cooper Rowe. Now, fans at home, you want to know where Cooper Rowe is, you just look for the OSHA-approved neon yellow shoes and gloves, and usually a neon yellow towel. Now, I did notice in warm-ups there was a couple guys wearing neon. I hope that's not the case today, but they'll set up a tunnel here for the Rough Riders to come out of. And it looks like, I wonder if Coach Stevenson's going to go Ryan Day or Sharon Moore there and lead them out and run out onto the field. He's out there in his white shirt. And I tell you, I was really, really impressed, not only with the way Western manhandled St. Paul last week, but the game was called like a from an offensive standpoint, like a college football game. You saw wide receiver screens, you saw running back screens, you saw backwards passes, and I think he's got a couple wrinkles in here for tonight. But here you see the Rough Riders out onto the field. And once the Eagles come out on the field, like I said, we'll turn it over to taking a look at our player. Todd, I think our goal tonight is try and make out all these numbers on these camouflage jerseys.
I'm glad I wore my specs tonight to check out the numbers as we're looking. Thankfully, they're on the home side, and we are not facing into the sun. Very, very wise decision by the folks that put together this field to have the visiting team look into the evening sunset here in Ohio on Friday nights.
And our player spotlight for the Western Reserve Rough Riders is one of their many great skill players. We're going to talk Dom Edwards. We're going to talk Landon Wiggle. We're going to talk Braxton Freilich. But Cooper Rowe had a great game last week against St. Paul, and he'll hit you on the defensive side as he starts also at middle linebacker. So we are set and ready for kickoff here. It looks like Monroeville's won the toss, or maybe Western won it and decided that they would defer till the second half. But ready to get it underway. I believe now with Western knocking off St. Paul, you're kind of being thrown into the fire here, having to play probably the second, third best teams in the Firelands Conference. If they can get out of here with a victory today, then really they have Ashland Crestview left. And I'm not sure where Ashland Crestview fits. They're a top 4 team. There's really a definitive best 4 and worst 4. And we know these two, St. Paul and Crestview, are there. The kick is away, and it's fielded there by the Eagles. And that's Maverick Myers, as Maverick gets it out close to the 36-yard line, and that's where they will take over, first down and 10.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. It's something to have 2 major games off your schedule and complete by the time October 1st hits. So a lot of challenges for Western Reserve before we even get to October that they've stood up to meet so far.
Clark in the shotgun. He's got Boris on his right hip. In motion for the Eagles comes Colton Cook. And they'll throw right away, and it's going to be incomplete, and that's going to set up second down and 10. We talked about what does Monroeville have to do to win here tonight, and I said one of the keys to victory for them was establish the line of scrimmage. They're up against probably the biggest line they're going to play. you said make some big plays.
They need a few home runs here and there. Western's going to be kind of waiting on the run. They're waiting on the bread and butter. They need to break some of those plays, maybe even get lucky on special teams.
Oh, and here's a keeper from the quarterback, and he gets about 3 or 4 yards after contact as he was contacted around the 40-yard line. He's going to push it all the way out to the 44, and that is going to set up 3rd down and about 3. And it'd be interesting, too, you know, if you get in these 4th and 2, 4th and 1 situations, how these teams will approach it. You know, I think Monroeville knows what Western can do offensively, and I think they'd probably be a little more willing to take some chances. High snap, but it's pulled in, but barreled under there defensively, and we've got Laundry on the field. Let's wait and see what the call is. They're talking about it. Chop block.
Looked like a defensive lineman from Western was calling that play out to the officials as he was hit. So,
no, I think it looks like maybe they have him marked right at the line of scrimmage, so you'd be looking at 4th and a short 3 or move him back. And, you know, I think if I'm Coach Stevenson, I'd probably move him back and make him put the ball in the air, something that they, you know, would much rather run it than put it up. Yeah, but they will decline it, and it looks like the Eagles are going to bring the punt team on. See who's back deep. Normally it's Dom Edwards, but we can't make out a jersey. It looks like it might be Tyler Wood. Line of scrimmage. Punt is away. He's going to field it on the 25. Pops it to the outside.
Had a block in the back there,
yep.
It looked like.
And then brought down by a host of Eagles, led by number 14, Ethan Pomerich. Dom Edwards on that kick return. And usually when they throw that out, it's thrown because of fumble. I don't think that actually was a flag. I think it was, you know, because I thought initially there was a flag, didn't you?
Too, yes. Okay.
So 1st down and 10 for Western. Landon Wiggle on the hip of sophomore quarterback Colton Migro. And handoff Wiggle. And wow, getting in there defensively for the Eagles. I think that's number 11, Mike Scheid. And Mike Scheid looks like a tough hombre.
Good push up the middle for Monroeville. They were ready for that play.
Got to bring up 2nd down and 12 as they lost 2. Migro dropping, looking. He throws it out, and it's deflected and caught. Tip drill with making that catch. Wiggle out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for, I think, about 16, 17 yards. And a 1st down for the Western Reserve Roughriders.
First mini break of the game goes Western Reserve's way.
Colton Migro in for the ailing 3-year letter winner Hayden Keith, and he has done a phenomenal job. I talked to Coach Stevens, said he ran the football a lot. Oh, and now Migro's going to tuck it, and I think we might get a holding on number 18, a defensive back, as breaking deep down the right sideline. Let's see, it was, can't make out his number, number 3. That was Dom Edwards, and I think he got held.
Defensive holding.
Yeah. If he didn't if Migro would have hit him on the money, Edwards was going to go for 6 there. So take the penalty. And it should be 1st down and, well, they haven't. Funny they haven't moved the chains. Now they'll move
Somebody
them.
needs to let them know.
I don't know everything about football, but usually when it's 1st and 10, you get a 10-yard penalty. It should be a 1st down. First down and 10, ball on the Monroeville 42. Wiggle, nothing there. As right now, that line of scrimmage that Western dominated last week, Monroeville stepping up and and they're making some plays on that defensive line.
Almost a carbon copy of that first run of the game. Same penetration, same result.
Okay, good news. The guy we featured, normally number 4, Cooper Rowe, he's wearing 18, and he is the only one with the OSHA approved. He just came to the sidelines. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 12. Could see some big runs from our quarterbacks, as both quarterbacks multi-purpose. Negro back, looks, throws long over the middle,
there but
and
Monroeville.
almost intercepted out there defensively. Reed Wasserman. It falls incomplete, and that is going to set up 3rd down.
He almost could have made a fair catch on that
Yeah.
one. But good play by the wide receiver to knock that ball out of his hands.
Colton was our Prestige Pools MVP last week. That one, I think after he threw it, he'd like to have back because Wasserman was playing center field. The 3rd down now and 12. In motion for the Riders goes Braxton Freilich. Straight back, and they throw the screen. But coming up and making a nice play for the Eagles was Thomas Platt. And that was almost like he was shooting a free throw there. He didn't really throw it. He just, like he was throwing cornhole game.
That was a heck of a defensive stop. Western let the defenders go right by them. It was a planned middle screen, and if he misses that tackle, we've got a 1st down.
Now, Western last week didn't punt in the opening half against St. Paul here.
Well, it's a special occasion.
Yes. Monroeville, big rush on, end-over-end kick, and it goes out of bounds. It's not going to go very far.
Chris, you pointed this out at the beginning of the game. Are these teams going to punt near midfield? Both of them chose to do so. It worked out for Monroeville. Western, it did not. Backfired a little bit.
And I didn't give a chance, but I did want to say keys to victory for the Western Reserve Roughriders is I thought they needed to score early. That's a win for Monroeville. You said make the Eagles one-dimensional, and, we'll have to see here as these next quarters come upon us. But Monroeville right now showing a 2 wide receiver set. And Boris is going to Clark is going to roll, slings it sidearm, and it's going to fall incomplete. Set up 2nd down. I don't think they know they're running the clock right now. They just turned it off. Hey, it helps me get little pizza delivery before everything closes tonight when they run that clock.
Run first, Monroeville tried to mix them up a little bit on 1st down with a play action.
So 2nd down and 10. I think that's Stoney Jarrett on the clock over there. Stoney, one of the really, really hard-working guys here at Western that helps out a lot. And handoff to Boris, and wow, in the backfield. I think that might be Wiggle. Or it was either Wiggle or Austin Wolf. Tyler Cooper also in on that play. That's going to set up 3rd down and about 15 here.
So far, Chris, you've got me keeping some stats over here. I've got a minus number in front of all these rushes.
Yeah. Straight back. Looking. Now he's being flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to throw it up deep, and it's going to fall out of bounds, incomplete, and that is going to bring up 4th down and 10. So in a game where I thought we would see a lot of handoffs, right now it's, one running play, get caught 3-4 yards behind the scrimmage and have to throw it. So it'll be 4th down and 15, a line of scrimmage out at the 24-yard line, and so Western going to get really good territory here. As Dom Edwards on his own 45. Good punt. It's going to back him up to about the 35. Dom Edwards up the middle and gets it out close to the 50-yard line. Made a little jump cut around the 38. And after that, though, Monroeville was there defensively to make the stop. That's one of the biggest groups of mini cheerleaders I've seen, Todd.
They're about ready to take over all the ice cream stands if a few of them are left open here in north central Ohio here at the end of September, right after the game.
And right now, they're explaining something to Coach Stevenson, so
I was going to say solid return.
as they do, that gives us a chance to tell you it's our goal to deliver results and be valued partner that will earn your company's business for years to come. It's Alter Ego Food and Supplements. I want to thank Alter Ego. They were our sponsor last night also. Here's Cooper Rowe. We featured him and brought down by I don't know if he had the side of his pants or his.
No tearaway jersey here.
No. Colton Cook. Cook 6'1", 185-pounder, senior. Also, he came on in relief of Colton Clark in that Calvert game to play quarterback once Clark got injured. It is a pickup of 3 on the play, and it will bring up 2nd down and 7 as the clock goes under 7 minutes here. And wow, that Monroeville defensive line, 58 gets up there. That is Bryson Dunlap, and Bryson Dunlap's a returning All-Ohio player, and now you see why. Also in there again was Colton Cook from his linebacker spot.
I've got 1 positive rushing play out of Western Reserve so far and 3 to the negative side. Monroeville front line is ready.
And Wiggles had games where he's had 4 touchdowns and 5 touchdowns. They haven't gone to Brexton Freilich yet. Let's see if they go that way. Straight back for Migro. He's under a little pressure. He throws a slant, and it's picked off. Picked off by the Eagles. Let's take a look here on our Kohl's Energy replay. Stepped up in the pocket and just overthrew his receiver. And I believe that was that number 14, Ethan Pomerich, with the interception. So that's going to give the Eagles a 1st down and 10. And again, those negative rushing plays kind of force you into that.
Almost a carbon copy of that pass we saw earlier that was broken up at the last second. This one picked off.
And Clark's going to keep this one. He's got room outside the numbers across the 40 to the 44. And about 9 of the guys on that Rough Rider defense went with Connor Boris to the left. And Clark, nice job disguising that. Now he's grabbing his arm right now. It looks like he may be injured. I don't know if he took a hit there. He's bent over there. He's a tough kid. He's going to stay out there, but I'm not so sure if I'm Coach Nestor. I wouldn't use a timeout and check him out. 1st and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line in motion. Goes Colton Cook. And Clark going to keep it again.
Right back to him.
Wow, Clark. Once he gets through that line, he's got really good track speed. As again, that'll be 8 more yards. And now here you've got some, 2nd and 2. I think the way you're running it right now, this drive, why mess with the pass? But this could be a free play here if you wanted to try something downfield.
With those last 2 runs by Clark, he may have caught Horn on the year for yardage for Monroeville, for what I have.
In motion goes Chase Horn. And there's a quick out. It's caught. Big hit delivered, but it's going to be good for 1st down yardage. Let's take a look at that one here. Blake Ackerman on the catch, and that is inside the 45. They'll mark it at the 44. That is good for a North Central State College 1st down. I thank North Central State College for sponsoring our 1st downs here tonight in this Firelands Conference matchup between 2 2-0 teams. Clark, now he hands to Boris. Boris has got room, but the old laundry comes out. And Boris, actually, that's Cooper Cleary. Cleary's going to take it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown, but they are saying chop block is the initial call. And
Monroeville linemen aren't celebrating,
no.
So they're walking backwards.
And now let's assume maybe that helped him score. But technically, it's going to be a 10 or 15-yard penalty, but take away a 41-yard touchdown, too. My, oh, my, how that one hurts.
That was a moving freight train running through there. Yeah, that might have helped him get to the end zone, but it would have at least been a first down.
He's a little bigger than Connor Boris. I should have known when I saw the size of those shoulders, and he broke out there. That was Cooper Cleary.
The fact that you're nailing these at all, I have a new appreciation for this side of the booth tonight so far, let me tell you. You're doing a heck of a job.
And let's see whether it chop blocks 10 or 15. It's looking like it's 15. And
we normally don't see that call.
No.
We've seen it twice.
We've seen it twice in first quarter still here.
First down and 20 at the 41.
Well, I think the public address announcer, there you go, he got it right. First and 25 for the Eagles. Hey, that's only 2 Colton Clark runs. Clark turns, hands to Boris. Boris has got yards. Boris busted outside. He's going to go all the way. 10, 5, touchdown. Eagles, no flags. And that's going to be, I think the line of scrimmage on that was about the 39. Touchdown, Eagles, as they lead it 6-0 now. In to attempt the extra point. Look at the size of those guys as they're lined up over here. These definitely are 2 of the biggest lines here.
You can verify on the replay, but I don't know if anyone came that close to touching him on the way to
No.
the end zone.
61 on to attempt the extra point. And of course, we don't have a 61, but the kick is up, and it is good. With 4:19 to play, opening quarter for Bachelder Field. Right now, it's the Monroeville Eagles 7 and the Western Reserve Roughriders nothing.
We are CB Electrical, your local experts for safe and reliable electrical solutions. Whether it's summer, spring, winter, or fall, we've seen and done it all. Every service call, big or small, our expert efforts all stand tall. That's why at CB Electrical, we live by the motto, if it's a circuit, we can work it. Call to schedule service or request a quote online. Find us on Facebook, Google, and cbelectricohio.com.
So the Monroeville Eagles take a 7-0 lead with 4:19 to play here on Military Appreciation Night, and 2 big runs. One of them called back there on a Cooper Cleary touchdown run, but Connor Boris took that one. I think it was 61 yards.
We're going with 61 for now. All that penalty did was add on a few.
Chase Horn, short kick. With it for the Rough Riders is number 24, Peyton Kirby. He's a freshman, 5'6", and he had some big guys bearing down on him. I think if I'm a freshman, I'm going straight ahead and down.
It was an interesting kickoff there. Just a little
pooch.
Yeah, a little Bliley sand wedge there.
Yeah, 60 degree on that one.
60 degree. I don't know if that was the game plan to kick it right to him, but
no. Wow, these mini cheerleaders are getting loud down there. I love it. So Western got to play from behind here. Haven't been behind since their Margaretta loss.
Monroeville converts the turnover.
Yes. And handoff wiggle. Nothing doing. Let's take a look at that defensive surge here.
Are we watching a replay of the first play of the game?
They're getting a lot of help from the line. The linebackers are really filling the holes nicely. Lost. Make it another negative run.
Speaking of golf, that'd be a great golf score. All these
right, all
on
these
here, but
minuses.
Not trying to run up the middle against the Eagles.
Oh, blitz coming, and Migro's going to be bowled under. That's coming up with a hit. Bryson Dunlap, number 58. Take a look here.
That was a major league hit. We used to see replays and tapes of those hits in the 80s, and that was next level.
3rd and long now, and I wonder if we won't see the screen here or throw it down the sideline, because the pass is over the middle. They've been playing that safety high out there, and he's just reading the quarterback's eyes. I think you want to try and, get out of here with a punt and get your defense back there and maybe try to flip the field.
Monroeville's defense has had an angry week of practice.
Migros straight back. Now he's going to keep it. He's going to
3-man
bounce
rush.
it outside. Migros got room, and it's good for a first down. As once he got by 47, Thomas Platt, he gets it all the way out to the 49. That's going to be good for about 16 yards there. And that will also be a North Central State College first down.
Monroeville pulled off the rush a little bit there, allowed him some time, allowed him to see the field.
Well, and he had enough confidence in his ability. Wiggle, just nothing there. After watching Wiggle go for 5 touchdowns and 4 touchdowns, I came up with the phrase, he finds a little wiggle room, but he's found no wiggle room here tonight.
I'm glad you told me the proper pronunciation before we started tonight.
Well, I had him at Wiggle, too, before I. So, no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Migros rolls. He's going to throw it back. It's going to get positive yards, staying on their feet. Now a late flag comes in from the back judge. He's going to pick the flag up, and we'll have to wait and see. The gain goes for 5 yards.
It's a well-designed play, trying to take advantage of Monroeville being a little aggressive,
yes,
but a little slow developing, still got some positive yards.
That's the play I've always been looking for Kevin Stefanski to put in the arsenal. It's the screen. We never did it with Chubb.
Throwback. It used to be Njoku. Now we'll throw back to Fannin.
Well, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Rough Riders. Not sure what the penalty call was, but with 2:04 remaining here, opening quarter, it will be 2nd down and 15. I said Monroeville struggles in down and long distances, but they just broke off 2 big plays. Here's one thrown out there and turning and making a catch. I think it's number 12. Nope, it's 13, Brexton Freilich, and I told you he's a guy you got to watch. That's going to be good for 19, 20 yards on that pass and catch, and that's a North Central State College first down. Boy, that looked like it was going to be picked, Todd.
It looked like the first few throws we saw. People were waiting under it, but good positioning by the wide receiver. Turned his body, blocked off the defender, made the catch.
Take a look at this defensive effort here again. That's Platt. Boom, he meets him in the hole, and then 41 trying to punch the ball out there. Cooper Cleary, I think I heard some oohs in front, like they maybe thought that he was trying to punch him, but I think he was trying to cause a fumble there. 2nd down, and call it a long 10 as they have him marked behind the line of scrimmage. Migros back, looks, he's going to throw it long. It's a wobbling out there, and it's going to fall incomplete, as out there defensively was Derek Ackerman.
Another jump ball either team could have come down with.
That was Dom Edwards who he was trying to get it to. I think this is deep enough that if you get a few positive yards here, you go. I mean, you're on the 32-yard line. Although the way high school kids punt, that probably puts it down inside the 5. But any type of yardage here, I think I would go. 8 seconds on the play clock. Could be the last play of the first quarter. Migro looks, he rolls, he throws on the move, and he is going to throw an interception. And I think let's see it here on the Kohl's Energy replay. And actually, they're going to call it incomplete, so that's going to set up 4th down. And let's see. Looks like they're going to keep the offense. No, Migro's coming in now. No, they're going to keep the offense out there. That's a tough pass to make, Todd. They say, he's rolling to the left, and he's trying to throw back a little bit to his right. You got to have some real arm strength to make that one.
No 3-man rush out of Monroeville that time.
No.
They brought the heat.
So 4th down and 10. Again, with the ball only on the 32-yard line, I think it's a good gamble here to go for it. It's not like you're going to give the Eagles a short field. Looking, and he just has to lob it up there like a shot put.
I was going to say shot put.
As that is going to fall incomplete, and we will have a turnover on downs as the pass rush got to him there. He dialed it up, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles.
I don't think we're going to see a lot of the old Cleveland Browns 3-man prevent rush anymore from Monroeville. They know that Western is having major problems holding up the line tonight.
Yep, I agree. So 1st down and 10. Their last 2 plays from scrimmage, 41-yard touchdown called back, and then 61-yard touchdown that stood. High snap. Clark's going to roll right. He's got a lead blocker out there. Makes one man miss, cuts it up, and still on his feet, fumbles the football.
Looks like Monroeville fell on it.
Monroeville fell on it. Now, I guess you do. I always get confused with that rule, Todd. I think in the NFL or in college, if you fumble it forward, it's only within a certain time frame. But here, I think you can fumble it forward, you can fall on it, and that is a Monroeville Eagle 1st down.
I think that goes back to the old Oakland Raiders, Kenny Stabler Holy Roller game.
Yes. And that's a North Central State College 1st down. And Boris is going to take it. He's going to follow number 58, Bryson Dunlap, and he'll go over the left side, and he'll get 3 yards. That's going to set up 2nd down. And that will end the first quarter of play here from Bachelder Field. Right now, Monroeville, that offensive line, moving those Rough Riders back. They lead it 7-0.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
And back we are here, 2nd down and 7 and negative yards. Actually, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. Connor Boris. And it's going to set up 3rd down as we move into the 2nd quarter here. Military appreciation night from Bachelder Field. And Jose, I think went yard, or was it Manzardo?
Kyle Manzardo, who needed to step up.
Who was in a 3-for-40 slump, so the Tribe trailing 4-2, but Boris pops it out, cuts it back, and then he's going to be brought down by a host of riders And that is going to set up 4th down. And I don't think I've ever been as nervous for a series, maybe more nervous for this Rangers series than I was for the Yankees series last year, just because I know we're a little offensively challenged this year. We don't have Naylor. We don't have David Fry.
I think back in 2005 or 6, I attended a 3-game series against the White Sox's AAA team. Ozzie Guillen gave us the famous choke sign, and we blew that at the very end. So hopefully that's not what happens against the Rangers.
Punt here is going to take a Eagle bounce, and it's going to go down inside the 20 to about the 17, and that's where Western Reserve will take over 1st down. We do want to say we would like to thank Prestige Pools, celebrating over 50 years of excellence. Prestige Pools has been your trusted local expert for custom swimming pools, service, and summertime fun. Riders still looking for a Wiggle positive play. That's they have really keyed on Landon Wiggle here tonight. Negro going to roll. He's going to look. He's going to throw it out there. And running is 3, Dom Edwards, but he let him a little bit too much there. Negro a little bit off right now, but a lot of that has to do with the pressure that Monroeville's dialing up.
Well, they're going to keep keying on the run until he connects on a couple of these deep passes.
2nd down and 10. Negro rolls, looks, throws the long out, and that one good for 1st down. He almost looked like he was running the go route, and then he cut it off and came back. And that is good for a North Central State College 1st down.
Pass completed from the seat of his pants.
Yes.
Monroeville still bringing the pressure, but great completion there under pressure.
Pickup of 13 on the play. Straight back again. Looking. Slant overthrows it as he was looking for Brexton Freilich. Tell you what, Monroeville it almost feels like they're playing with 12, 13 players on defense because they're able to get a pass rush, but they're also able to keep that safety back there, and he's kind of reading the eyes of Migro right now.
Feels like there's a blitz every play, and sometimes there's not. It's just their 4-man line winning the battle.
2nd and 10. Straight back again. Throws that out, and it's good for about 8 yards. Take a look at that one on the replay here.
Finally got a little time to pass, and he delivered.
Good stick there for Monroeville. Derek Ackerman, we've called his name a bunch of times here today. It's going to bring up 3rd down. And let's call it a short 4. Or a long 3. See if they go Wiggle here. In the shotgun, Wiggle on the left of Migro. 4 receivers set, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And I think Coach Stevenson called a timeout before the play clock hit 00. But that'll give us a chance to. And before we do that, they're asking all veterans to stand right now. So I think it's good. You hear, what was that? What movie is that? Cowbells. I need more cowbells.
Yes. Saturday Night Live.
Yes, but great round of applause. Veterans on the Monroeville side across the way, and veterans here on the Western Reserve side. Did want to tell you that Kohl's Energy, fuel prices change, but Kohl's Energy always delivers the best price with the best service in Ohio. Let us show you what we can do for you. That's at Kohl's Energy. Also, North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. That's North Central State College. So we go back to live action. 9:16 on the clock here at Bachelder Field. Second quarter action with Monroeville having the lone score, a Connor Boris 61-yard touchdown. And tough pass and catch. And it's going to get close to first down. They're going to mark him over the 40.
Good spot.
And that's Hayden Tobias. That's the first time we've called his name. And that is going to be good for a North Central State College first down. So the Rough Riders.
I was going to say, I'm sorry, Chris, a couple scores for you.
Yes.
Northwood 7-6 over Willard in the second.
All right.
I've got Perkins 28-0 over Clyde in the
Wow.
second.
Handoff, that's going to go nowhere. Pickup of no yards.
Crestview over Plymouth 14-0 second quarter. Gibsonburg over Calvert 20-0 in the second quarter. Huron Tigers 14-0 over Port Clinton in the second. Monroeville 7-0. Oh, I'm sorry, that was from last week.
No, that's right now live.
Oh, all right.
Don't worry, I always do that.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't know they were serving adult beverages here in the
It's St. Paul, New London
stand.
2, 13-0. St. Paul trying to bounce back. Migro under pressure. He gets out of one tackle, but boy, big time hit there. And I thought it was 61, but I'm going to wait to hear what the public address announcer says.
The ScoreStream app's got me a couple times over the years, wondering if it's this week's game or next week's game. So I'm sure that won't be the last time I get tripped up tonight.
Well, I'm glad that the public address announcer is just like me. There's no 61 on the roster, so we both had that wrong. It's going to set up third down now for the Rough Riders. 3rd and 7. And they're going to hand off to Wiggle, and Monroeville. It was like they were in the huddle. Take a look at this defense there. Just a host of Eagles. And that will be 4th down now. And Monroeville with another opportunity here. I remember Western kicked off, right? So Monroeville had the ball first.
Ooh.
Punt is away. It's a high end-over-end punt. They're yelling fire, get out of the way. It's going to take a Monroeville hop, and it bounces from the 34 back out to the 39. And that's where Monroeville is going to take over, 1st down and 10. Now, if they would hand it off to Connor Boris, he would have 2 61-yard touchdown runs if he breaks it.
They
here.
set it up just perfect for him, put it on a tee. Good job by Monroeville's return team to holler out that short punt so nobody got clipped by it on the back heel for a fumble.
2 receivers set. Again, Clark and Boris. About 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage in the shotgun. And Clark's going to pull it, and then he's going to throw it out to Koch. And Koch not going to be able to break away from Cooper Rowe. He's going to be stopped for about a 3 or 4 yard gain. Western coaches are saying the ball was fumbled, and they were saying they recovered it, but the officials are not going with, they're still saying 2nd down and 7. Both teams are just shuffling in players, so good tackle there by Cooper Rowe. The pass was right on the money. 42-yard line as we approach the halfway mark here of quarter 2. In motion for the Eagles goes Chase Horn. Clark's going to keep it. He's using that speed. He gets around the right end, and he's going to push forward for a 1st down. So there's that speed of Colton Clark. That's going to go for 8 yards and a Monroeville 1st down.
That was a unique-looking play action. They both ran the same direction. I don't know if it was a last-second decision to keep the ball, but a good one.
And that 1st down, a North Central State College 1st down.
I've got Norwalk 7, Vermilion 6 in the second quarter.
Oh, that's a surprise. Vermilion, I believe, coming in at 5-0. Clark again gets it around the right side or left side. Let's take a look here. Boy, just got great speed there, and once he can get past him, once that defensive end kind of goes for that ball fake, Clark's going to get 5 yards every time on that play.
Momentum changed a little bit earlier in the game when Clark took one to the outside, and
yes.
He keeps on delivering those shots. They're not going away from that until Western Reserve proves they can stop it.
Back to pass, throws the out, sliding catch made out there by the Eagles' Chase Horn, and it's going to be good for 4 yards, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and 1. Well, as Todd said earlier, Guardians trail 4-2. We have no score, Boston and Detroit in the second inning from Fenway.
Seneca East 7-0 over Upper in the second.
All right. Clark going to keep it. Clark going to push forward. Horn hanging on. And that's going to be good. Let's see. They're going to mark him after about a 3-yard gain. So one thing Monroeville's starting to do right now is run some clock here, too. They haven't this is the type of Monroeville passing game I think they need to be successful, or these quick 5- and 6-yard patterns, these outs to their running backs, and I don't think they're going to be a team that's going to beat you 25 yards downfield.
Well, we talked before the game, keeping them one-dimensional. They are not so far.
There's Cleary. Cleary still on his feet, dragging.
He is a monster.
Yes. Dragging Rough Rider defenders, and that's going to be good for 7 yards. Take a look there at Cleary. Just pulling 3-4 guys. It'll be 2nd down. Tyler Woodruff making the tackle.
Very impressed by these teams. Not only their first options, but their second, third options always are coming through here.
Oh, he's under pressure. Clark's going to get around him. He throws it to the outside. It's going to be short, but there was a receiver in the area. Let's take a look at this pass rush here. Not sure who got out there. It might have been Braxton Freilich. And there you could see the Western defender actually was closer, as it looks like they both may have slipped on the turf out there, but it will present a 3rd down and 5, and I would think this 4-down territory. And Clark's going to keep it, and Clark's not going anywhere as he is brought down in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of 4. And there it is. And let's see, now that they've actually brought it back up, they've given him some forward progress. I think maybe Coach Nestor going to run this down and take a timeout with about 1 second to go on the play clock. See how the timeout situation is. Monroeville certainly could punt it here, try to pin them in, use their timeouts and pin them down inside the 10, or, do they want to take the chance here of going for it? If they don't get it, then Western's got a 65-yard field or so.
Always tough to punt from the 32, but that's the decision Coach has to face right now.
I think they came in here as a slight underdog. I think it tells your kids a lot if you go out there and go for it. I would fully expect Coach Nestor to try and go for it here. But right now, just thoroughly impressed by this Monroeville Eagle defense.
Oh, they are not intimidated. It's a big night here, big crowd. We've got the mini cheerleaders. They are not intimidated by the mini cheerleaders so far. Very impressive, both sides of the ball.
Well, we see the Monroeville stands pretty full over there. These home stands are full, and then you look down in front of the concession stands, and they're 4 and 5 deep at the fence down there. So here we go. 4th down, 2 minutes, 44 seconds to play. 2 receivers set. Boris and Clark in the backfield, and there's the handoff to Cleary, actually, and that is going to go for first down yardage. Looked at here at this hole, and, man, when you need 4 or 5 yards, I'm giving it to Cooper Cleary almost all the time.
They don't need to put it in the air with Cooper Cleary right up the middle, stop us, and first down Monroeville.
That's good for a North Central State College first down. And again, I think going to use as much clock as he can. Hands off to Cleary again. Cleary pushing forward. Now a rugby scrum out there as they're going to mark him down at about the 22-yard line. It's going to give him 2, and it's going to set up second down and 8. But again, in control of that clock right now. Monroeville trying to prevent Western from doubling up, getting the ball back, scoring, and then getting the first possession in the second half. Cleary going to keep that one. Great tackle in there by the Roughriders. And that man who made that tackle, I think it's 54. He looks tired out there. Blake Welch, 6 foot, 205-pounder. Clock going to run, and maybe if Monroeville picks up first down here, they start to use their timeouts, Todd.
Coach Stevenson not using any timeouts to stop it on the other end, so it looks like the ball's going to end up on this side of the field to end the first half.
See if the Rough Rider defense can make a play here on 3rd and 10. 1 turnover so far in the game. They're going to run Clark this way. He's got a lead blocker. Now he gets around the corner and down the sidelines, but did they say he stepped out of bounds? No, they're going to say he is into the end zone for the Eagle touchdown. That from 24 yards. He'd slowed up there, and I think he just slowed up because he had a bunch of room in front of him.
He made sure he stayed in bounds, and he had time to stop and check his watch on the way to the end zone.
Once he got around that corner, and had he not had that lead blocker, I don't think he gets to the corner. 13-0 Monroeville right now, as they're coming out here making a statement to the rest of the Firelands Conference. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good with 59 seconds to play. We'll take a timeout here in our first half as the Eagles of Monroeville lead the Western Reserve Roughriders 14-0.
We are CB Electrical, your local experts for safe and reliable electrical solutions. Whether it's summer, spring, winter, or fall, we've seen and done it all. Every service call, big or small, our expert efforts all stand tall. That's why at CB Electrical, we live by the motto, if it's a circuit, we can work it. Call to schedule service or request a quote online. Find us on Facebook, Google, and cbelectricohio.com.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the...
As we talked about, as this score shoots across the Firelands Conference tonight, it's going to raise a few eyebrows.
Yes, it will. Squib kick. It's going to be fallen on by the Riders at the 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. They do have the type of offense that can score and score quickly, but you got to give Migro time, and he's got to get some separation.
I just texted our buddy Mark Hazelwood the score, and he wrote back one word: shocking.
Yeah. Well, he was at Contractors Stadium last week at Warren H. Whitney Field, and he witnessed what I did, a walloping Western over St. Paul. And we're seeing pretty much physical dominance here tonight from the Monroeville Eagles.
He's seen it all out of the local conferences for going on a couple decades, so he knows. But,
yes.
This even surprises him.
Handoff Wiggle, and Wiggle gets probably his best gain of the day, as it's going to be a 4-yard gain. Coach Stevens not interested in right now stopping the clock. Migro back. He's got a roll. It just throws it away into an opening out there where he had a receiver going long. He really had nobody in the area, but got the pass right in front of the Monroeville bench, and that's going to set up 3rd down and 7. And you wonder if you don't run it here and just get this to halftime and you get the ball to start the second half, because last thing you want to do is turn it over here.
Quite a few passes have come closer to white jerseys than camouflage this afternoon.
Hand off Wiggle, and Wiggle does his best to get 2 more yards. Take a look at this tough run.
They're just taking this into the locker room and regrouping right now.
4th down. It looks like they're going to line up quickly with 15 seconds. They don't have to snap it.
I don't think they will, but
well, maybe he's going to call timeout and try to throw one up.
That's it.
And no, that's going to do it.
We've seen enough.
Yeah, that's it for the first half here, as it has been all Eagles. We'll have the bands when we come back at the half. It's Monroeville 14 and Western 0.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
And back we are on the Monroeville Eagle Athletic Boosters halftime show as the Eagles lead it right now 14-0. Great job by the Monroeville Eagles and the Western Reserve Marching Band here on Military Night. Let's take a look at some of the stats here from the first half, in which not a lot of big plays, Todd. That one 41-yard touchdown run called back by Cooper Cleary, and then the 63-yard run by Boris. But besides that, it was a game that defenses were up front personal with each offense.
Especially in the beginning of the game, Monroeville kind of struck first with a couple of outside runs, loosened them up, and then they hit the big play after the penalty. They converted the turnover, as we talked about before.
There's our stats: 7 first downs for Monroeville to 5 for the Western Reserve Roughriders. The interesting thing there is only 19 rushing yards for the Western Reserve Roughriders, and Landon Wiggle usually gets that on 2 or 3 carries a half, but Monroeville defense was really keying on him.
It usually falls out of bed and gets a 25-yard run, and tonight, yes, they came in keying on that. They let Western beat them through the air. So far, that has not happened.
So a 2-to-1 advantage in yards, 166-84. The one big turnover on the interception, and then 2 penalties to 1 penalty. But pretty much that adds up to a 14-0 lead right now for the Monroeville Eagles, as we are about a minute and 40 away here from start of the second half. What do you think Coach Stevenson was saying to his kids in there? I mean,
I'm sure it was a nice, calm discussion.
Right.
Everybody probably had some Earl Grey tea. It was just a little relaxed. No, if we are shocked up here, that locker room at halftime might need a new coat of paint. So we'll see how they come out, probably with a lot more fire. I expect the negative runs from Western to kind of go away. I expect a little more fight, a little more punch up front from Western Reserve, and we're going to see a tight ball game here to the finish.
We're going to take a quick timeout, and we will be back with second half action when we return.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Homan Transportation, hauling fresh milk and cream from the farm to your table. Proud supporter of the Monroeville Eagles.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report. the future of local sports.
And back we are here live at Bachelder Field in Collins, Ohio. Military Appreciation Night. Fabulous pregame ceremony with a big United States flag and the football players holding it. They got to run through a U.S. Army tunnel. So pretty fun evening, but out on the football field the first 24 minutes, Monroeville having a little more fun, Todd.
Not what we were expecting here tonight, which is the fantastic side of sports. Monroeville kind of wanted to write their own script here in the first half and came to play. Both sides of the ball, dominating performance.
Absolutely. And kicking, we didn't have him. He has a wrong number. It's Isaac Krieger. He's actually listed as number 38 in the program, but Isaac Krieger, 5'11", 175-pounder. And I tell you what, looked like Isaac Krieger's dad could go out there and tackle some players. He was a pretty big guy.
Yes,
Grandpa.
Yes, his grandfather came up here. Looked like he could bench press 3 or 4 Volkswagens, and we're going to make sure we pronounce his name correctly. I looked at him and said, "Sir, I'll call every player Isaac Krieger if you want me to." So,
yeah,
very nice guy.
We want to thank him though, and I know as your daughter gets older and maybe she plays sports, you're going to want Lilo pronounced Lilo.
Not Lilo, not
right.
Lilo. It's not Lilo and Stitch. Get it right.
There's a handoff. There's Wiggle.
There we go.
And Wiggle's going to get 4, maybe 5. Take a look at the first play here.
This is going to be an attitude drive out of the Rough Riders. We're going to see what that halftime speech was all about.
So 5-yard gain. Second down, it'd be a long 5. And he's going to roll. He's got Cooper Rowe open, and Rowe is going to get first down yardage as they're going to mark him down in Eagle territory at the 44. That's good for 10 yards, and that's a North State College first down. So a little quick hitter there, and when you're having trouble keeping your quarterback up, those little rollouts and 2- and 3-step drops come in handy.
First downs were hard to come by in the first half. They've got one in the first 36 seconds of the third quarter.
Had 5 in the first half. That makes 6. Wiggle going to go outside and then carries a defender as defensively Bryson Dunlap there. Actually, Thomas Platt also in there on the carry. Pickup of just 1. It'll be second down.
Second down and 9.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and they're going to throw quickly to the right, and that pass a little bit too high out there. And waiting to see the number of that receiver. He'll come off the field. Cooper Rowe's going to come in. You can tell when Cooper's out there. Dom Edwards was the intended receiver on that. Now they're stuck in 3rd and long, Todd. Always they've had it. I think they've run 1, maybe 2 screens. See if maybe they get that Monroeville pass rush and throw a little running back screen. There's the pass rush, and they do. And that's going to be first down yardage as Wiggle pops it outside and gets it down inside the 35, all the way down to the 31-yard line.
I had a feeling they'd go back to that play. They almost popped it in the first quarter. Good tackle by Monroeville. Stopped that one, not this time. First down.
Well, and I think after the defensive line took 2 or 3 steps from Monroeville and they felt no resistance, they knew what was coming. First down and 10 from the 31. I think this is the deepest penetration that Western's had here into Monroeville territory. Give it to Wiggle. Wiggle bounces off a 1, and then he's wrapped up on the outside, just outside the hash mark. Let's give him 1 yard on the carry, and that'll set up second down. But you're certainly, when you're trailing by 2 scores, this is 4-down territory.
Short runs, but positive runs. In the first half, Wiggle was going -2,
Correct.
-3. Even though these runs are just 1, 2, 3 yards, they're softening Monroeville up a little up the middle.
It seemed like we had a lot of 2nd and 12s, 3rd and 14s.
Behind the sticks.
Yes.
Not this half.
And he'll roll. Migro being chased out there. He looks, and then he throws late, and it's incomplete. Take a look at this. He's out. Chasing him there is Cook. And then throws it, and it's knocked down by Cleary.
Little Pat Mahomes-like hop there, not
Yes.
the same result.
I thought he was going to shot put that one like he did the screen pass. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Now, if you know you're going on 4th down, do you maybe try to cross up the Eagle defense here and run it one time with Wiggle?
Run's definitely in play because I can't see them punting from this side of the field. Like you said, farthest penetration so far, they want to keep moving toward the end zone.
So 3rd down, let's call it 8. Migros straight back. He's going to throw it. He's got a receiver out there. He high points it and makes the catch. That's Brexton Freilich.
Had enough time to stop,
Here
turn around, meet the ball at the high point, and finish the catch.
Boy, I tell you, there's not many 50-50 balls that Brexton Freilich doesn't win, and that's good for a North Central State College 1st down. Turn, handoff, Wiggle bounces it inside, and Wiggle into the end zone for the Rough Rider touchdown. There it is. As Landon Wiggle gets the Rough Riders on the board, and that was the answer that they needed here. You didn't want to come up empty here on the first drive of the second half.
Didn't even take 3 minutes off the clock. 1st downs, moving the ball through the air, on the ground.
Now,
got an
Monroeville Eagle.
76.
Being taken off. Walking under his own power. And it looks like Western going to play the 2-point game. I don't think they're chasing points. Last week against St. Paul, they were going for 2. I hate to say it, one of my lines last week is I think Western got 2 of 7 2-point conversions, and St. Paul won the two-point conversion defense last week. It was the only part of the game they won.
I was briefly talking to Coach Stevenson before the game, and I made a joke. It's my first time up here. I'm going to get his kicker wrong. He says, don't worry, we're going to go for 2. He wasn't lying.
And he is. They roll. They throw it out there.
Jump ball,
and it's one again. And let's see who that is. Take a look at it here on the replay. Hayden Tobias. 2 more points for the Rough Riders. Timeout on the field. 9:18 to play in the 3rd quarter. Western has cut it to 6. It's Monroeville 14 and Western 8.
We are CB Electrical, your local experts for safe and reliable electrical solutions. Whether it's summer, spring, winter, or fall, we've seen and done it all. Every service call, big or small, our expert efforts all stand tall. That's why at CB Electrical, we live by the motto, if it's a circuit, we can work it. Call to schedule service or request a quote online. Find us on Facebook, Google, and cbelectricohio.com.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned.
A short kick there that the Eagles, Ethan Pomerick, returns out across midfield. They just tried to go squib it, maybe trying to keep it away from Boris, and it's going to create a 47-yard field right now.
I don't see a lot of squib kicks end up on your own side of the field afterwards.
No.
That's not how they drew that one up.
Tell you what, though, I'll get to it after this play. First down and 10 for the Eagles, trying now to match the Roughriders score. And Clark's going to take it right up the middle, pushes forward, and Clark going to get about 5 yards. Let's take a look at that here on the replay. It's going to set up second down. What I was going to say is I do like the new NFL kickoff rules. We're seeing a lot more kickoffs being taken now, at least people trying to return them.
Nothing more boring. Watching the Browns is tough enough, but
yeah.
you see the other team score, you see a kickoff, a touchback, commercials. Yeah, it's a welcome change.
2nd and 5. Boris picks through a hole, and Boris going to get a first down, a North Central State College first down. Watch here as Boris just being very patient behind that offensive line before eventually being brought down on the 36 out there for Western. Braylon Witherspoon comes in, 5'10", 200-pound defensive lineman.
If Monroeville converts on this short field, that kickoff is going to be a key play of the game.
Yes.
Western had the momentum, they had the house rocking, and that kickoff flipped everything.
Here's Boris. Boris again going to get 5, 6, maybe 7 this time. Take a look at Connor Boris. Boy, lead blocking up there by Colton Cook. And that's going to set up a second down. And let's call it 4. Receiver split left and right. Boris on the hip. They're going to throw the quick out, and good catch and good tackle out there. Coming up with that catch for Monroeville is going to be number 18, Derek Ackerman. It's going to go for, it looks like about 3 yards, and it's going to set up third down. And this is where, the defense has got to help the offense out now for Western. They need to step up and make a play here, Todd.
Paid a little price on catching that ball.
He
Tough
sure
catch.
did.
He held on. It wasn't a lot of yards, but at least made it third and very short for Monroeville.
Looks like he's got people lined up, and now, yeah, they go a little counter action and caught in the backfield. Take a look at this one. A host of Rough Riders.
Slight hesitation on the play action there, and probably should have kept it, take it to the outside. Western was ready for that.
But again, that's one where you say, hey, we're so far, we're inside their 30, we're going to go for it on 4th, so you take a chance. We're approaching the halfway mark of this third quarter. And let's see if they maybe give Clark a little run pass option on the edge. They will roll him. And coming in defensively, they've strung him out, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield. Look at this pursuit from the Western Reserve Roughrider defense.
That play looked dead from the get-go. Western was ready for it, strung it out, stopped it.
And they will take over. First down and 10. Coach Stevenson talking with Migro, sends him out there.
Huge stop.
That's a good first half of the third quarter. They get a score and a great 3rd and short, 4th and short stop.
Overcame the short kickoff like it never happened.
Coach Stevenson almost running out on the field. He's got too many players out there.
He is not happy about something.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. Well, I think he just had him split to the wrong side.
The receivers are still looking at him.
Roll, look, throw. It's high, but it's caught. Out over the 45 to the 50. That's going to be good for 16 yards. And who else but Brexton Fralick?
Coach Stevenson was so animated on that play, one of his receivers was still watching him after the ball snapped.
That'll be good for a North Central State College first down.
Night and day, first and second half.
Hey, I can't tell our cameraman, but you said you saw Uncle Sam. I see the Statue of Liberty here.
I did see. Lady Liberty here gracing us with her presence tonight.
So 1st and 10. Rowe is going to
wow.
be brought down. That's going to go for about a 6-yard loss. In there defensively, Alec Schaefer, 6'1", 225-pound junior linebacker. And that was a big-time play. Cooper Rowe, we saw him break one last week for 70 yards against the Flyers. But Schaefer made sure that wasn't going to happen. They'll actually mark it for just a 4-yard loss, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 14. I'd go back to Freilich. You throw that, if you can get one-on-one coverage with Freilich, you throw that 50-50 ball up there. Straight back, looking, and I'm not sure if that was a screen, a late screen, but it's going to fall incomplete, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
I thought you were going to make the call on that jump ball. He was looking for that early in the play, decided to check down, dump it off in the middle, nobody there.
5th inning now, Rangers 4, Guardians 2. Yeah. Check some area high school football scores. Big play here on 3rd and 14. Back, and he is going to run it. And he is going to slide out over midfield at the 46. I'm not so sure. I saw Freilich break it over right down the seam, and I thought he might have been able to get it to him.
I don't know why he slid there. Far be it for me to guess, but now he's got 4th and long.
4th and 5, so he picks up 9 on the play. See if they maybe go back screen again, expecting a blitz here from Monroeville. Monroeville linebackers inching up. And maybe, and they're trying to get him to jump. And they will get him to jump. Take a look at it here.
The old Myles Garrett play.
Yeah, right over the ball. Well, Myles gets one of those every game,
He's
doesn't
allowed.
he? And that'll be good for a 1st down. That is a North Central State College. Maybe that's why he slid. He knew he was going to fake him out.
He had that play ready to go.
Yes.
He wanted to show us off his cadence.
There you see on the Alter Ego Feeds and Supplements scoreboard. 1st down Riders on the 41 of the Monroeville Eagles. Hope everybody watching live and free on YouTube and Facebook. There's Rowe. Rowe's open. Rowe cuts it back and gets it down inside the 25. They'll actually mark him on the 25. That's good for 16 yards. And there's Rowe. Dives. Yep, they give him the 26. North Central State College 1st down. You saw it there on the Kohl's Energy official replay.
They've matched their 1st down total from the first half here in the first 8 minutes of the 3rd quarter.
3:48 to go as the clock runs. And the line of scrimmage, the 26. And both teams taking their time, getting to the line and calling the plays, which Todd's making for a very quick game here tonight. There's Migro. He's late flag coming down, still on his feet and being brought down. Let's see if we can pick up what the flag was here. And not sure if they called that one on DeBias. It's going to be a holding penalty, I believe. And they may have called it on number 10, who was had moved his defensive back out of bounds.
Now each team has had a long run for a touchdown. I don't know if he made the end zone there, called back by penalty.
Correct.
So we are even Steven there right now.
That's a 10-yard penalty. And it is set up 1st down and 20. Migro straight back. Blitz comes. He throws the screen. He's got Rowe out there. Rowe in between the hashes gets it down to about the 22, so he gets all of the penalty yards back and 4 more. It's good for 14. We'll call it 2nd and 7.
You think Western dialed up some plays at halftime to take care of that Monroeville up the middle pressure? That's all we've seen.
I think he might be out of ink on the dry erase board. He has really come out here attacking and taking advantage of that. He's dialed up a bunch of screens. Migro on the edge. Migro cuts it back, and Migro slides inside the 10. Line of scrimmage was the 21. They'll mark him on the 8. That's good for 13 more yards. And that is a Western Reserve Roughrider, North Central State College, first down. So now they are 8 yards from tying it and either an extra point or a 2-point conversion away from leading it. And I think we're going to have a flag as they had wiggle in the Wildcat there. And so on that flag, 5 more, but they, like Monroeville, on Monroeville, one of their 2 touchdown drives, have already converted a 1st and 20. Now they're going to have to convert a 1st and goal from the 13.
1st and goal at the 14.
We'll go inside 2 minutes around the time of this snap. And we're looking at a 4-receiver set. Trips to the left. Wiggle on the hip of Migro. Single receiver to the right. And that's usually Freilich. And that's usually throw it up to Brexton in the right corner if they don't run. They will run it with Wiggle. And Wiggle's going to fall forward and maybe get a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down. But again, I think if they get that look again, I'm kind of blocked out. I'm watching on our monitor here, but I would not be surprised if they go back corner of the end zone to Freilich. Now they've moved the trips to the right side.
2nd and goal.
And I think that's Freilich going left side.
We'll see if that last play was
And
the
they're going to run it with Migro. Migro gets outside the numbers, down the sidelines.
Stepped out around the 5.
Take a look at it here on the Kohl's Energy replay. 10, and yeah, you're right about the 4.
Yeah.
Good spot there. And now it'll be 3rd down. Big play here. As, again, sure, it's 4-down territory, trailing 14-8.
Perkins 49, Clyde 7 at half.
Perkins, after that slow 1-3 start, has really dialed it up. Migro pushing, and he's going to be brought down on about the 2. Take a look. I might bring in another who. Coach Stevenson's probably forgot more football than I know, but I'd put Wiggle back there and have a blocker for him and let him take it.
Let's see if we can spot it with these camo uniforms.
So here we go. 4th down. Line of scrimmage about the 2.5. And it looks like we're going to have timeout Monroeville as the Eagles want to talk about it. That'll give us a chance. Check a couple Mansfield area scores out there.
I do have Willard 26-7 over Northwood in the 2nd while you're looking those up.
Perfect. Columbian leading Sandusky 21-20. St. Paul 20-6 over New London at the half. Edison leading Bellevue 3rd quarter 14-7. Ontario taking the lead over Marion Pleasant 13-10. Port Clinton's come back to trail Huron 21-14. Gibsonburg 36, Calvert nothing. As you said, Willard 26-7. Lexington over the TY Tigers 41-0. South Central out on top of Mapleton 24-14. Van Buren leads Macomb 21-7. Crestview 42, Plymouth nothing. And here come the Rough Riders on what now is the biggest play of this contest. 1:02 to go. A quickly played 3rd quarter. Now they do go with Wiggle. They're going to snap it to Wiggle. Wiggle's going to push forward, and he pushes into the end zone for the touchdown Riders. Wiggle with the touchdown. And the Riders have tied it up at 14 apiece as one of the linemen lifts Wiggle up in celebration there. And now the try for 2 to take the lead.
They definitely changed the play after Coach Nestor called that timeout.
Hey, I wonder if Coach Stevenson is watching on Facebook down there. That was what I suggested they do on third down. Wiggle shotgun. And looking, rolling, and he is going to be brought down.
Confusion.
Yes, it looked like somebody may have gone the wrong way. Either way, Western has tied it up with 1 minute to play, third quarter from Bachelder Field in Collins, Ohio. It's Monroeville 14 and Western 14.
We are CB Electrical, your local experts for safe and reliable electrical solutions. Whether it's summer, spring, winter, or fall, we've seen and done it all. Every service call, big or small, our expert efforts all stand tall. That's why at CB Electrical, we live by the motto, if it's a circuit, we can work it. Call to schedule service or request a quote online. Find us on Facebook, Google, and cbelectricohio.com.
Hayden Tobias to tee it up here as the Roughriders have come out and scored on both drives here in the third quarter. They missed a 2-point conversion, but they've got it all knotted at 14. That's Colton Cook, who gets it out to the 35. Much better kick here to start the quarter after the last touchdown kick.
They put that 15-yard pooch kick in the back of the playbook.
Yes, that's gone. Tyler Wood made the tackle for the Roughriders. And let's see, the Rough Rider defense came up big, a big 3rd and 3 stop and a 4th and 4 stop. Finding a little bit of room out over the 35 to the 37. That'll be good for 3 yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 7 for Connor Boris. Clark hasn't broke a big one. He had a couple 15-yard runs, but he's certainly capable. Cleary broke the big one, but was called back. Could be the last play of the quarter. And handoff Boris. He is going to be tackled. Take a look at this here. High snap, and for the Roughriders, 77. Caleb Carpenter, 5'10", 200-pounder comes in. And with that, we've come to the end of 3 quarters. We're all knotted up at 14. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes when we return.
Locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Homan Transportation, hauling fresh milk and cream from the farm to your table. Proud supporter of the Monroeville Eagles.
And back we are here. 3rd down for Monroeville. They need 8. And we're going to have a procedure penalty. And that's going to pushing back 5 more yards, and seen a few more flags this half than we did the first half. Pretty well played game.
I haven't had to mark down many in the penalty column tonight. We had a back-to-back chop blocks, and that was about it.
Yeah, we see one of those about every 3-4 games. We saw 2 in 4 minutes.
This half, we've got a little more nerves on Monroeville's side. They've taken a big punch here. Let's see how they respond.
Both teams 2-0 in the Firelands Conference. Rolling. They've got a screen set, and it's intercepted. And this could go back 15, 10, and he is down on the 10-yard line. Take a look at this one here.
Western Reserve has run this play successfully on their end. Their defense has seen it in practice. They were ready for it.
And that was the big man. I believe they said it was Blake Welch.
We have a discussion.
54. And I'm not sure what after the decline, the penalty.
A fan in the Western Reserve side let us know that the official pointed it the wrong way in a very polite, calm tone.
Can you confirm, was that 54 on the interception? I didn't see it.
It was someone with a blue helmet and a camouflage jersey.
Well, we believe it was either Caleb Carpenter or Blake Welch. Again, tough to make out those numbers. But, wow.
We're going to have that person's family member come up here and straighten us out.
Yeah, that sets up 1st and goal from the 9. And handoff Wiggle. Wiggle going to be met in the backfield. He's going to lose 2 yards on that carry. Take a look at this defensive stop as they run a little counter tray action. And a host of Eagles in there to make the hit. That defensive front for Monroeville has been pretty doggone good. I think Western, just on the offensive play calling side, they've really mixed things up well here in the 3rd quarter. Migro got to throw the slant, and wow, he threw a bullet there.
A little too hot there.
As that's going to fall incomplete. Take a look at that. 3-step drop. He steps into it, and that was hard. I think that was Hayden Tobias. But that's going to bring up 3rd down. Now you wonder if they don't get any yards here, whether they might consider a field goal. 4th and 9. See if maybe they try to pick up some yards here through running it. They roll. Looking, he's got to throw it out there, and it's intercepted by Monroeville. Down the left sideline, cutting it back, I believe, is number 18, Derek Ackerman.
That was a pick-6 ball from the moment it left his hand. They were still able to make the stop on the 30. Huge turnover.
So back-to-back turnovers. And that is the 2nd Rough Rider turnover. They had 1 interception in the first half. And wow, does that swing some momentum here. 1st and 10 from the Eagles 32. I think that might be Cooper Cleary, 41. Let's wait till he gets
like
up.
Cooper.
Let's take a look at it. Here it is. You can tell by them shoulders. And boy, does he run hard. He actually put his left foot in the ground and brought it back to the right. And with it, he picks up 5 yards. It's going to set up 2nd down. Wow, 2 big defensive plays made.
Back-to-back interceptions, and we're right back where we started.
2nd and 5. And Clark going to keep it. Clark going to get close to the 40. That'll be a pickup of 3, and it's going to be 3rd down and 2. I'd like to see Monroeville get 1 here. Just as, I love the back and forth with the coaches. I'd love to see 4th and 1 here. We got 10 minutes to go, and what Monroeville would try here.
On their own side of the field.
Yeah, you would think they would punt, but I don't know. I got a back like Cooper Cleary.
Looked like a false start.
False start. And right now, Monroeville shooting themselves in the foot with the penalties. Got to set them back from 4th and 2 to 4th and 7. 35-yard line. The line to gain is about the 42.5 for the Eagles. Cleary is in the backfield. Cleary just there to pick up a blocker. Clark's got room now. Clark's going to throw it late. He's got a receiver out there, but he overthrows him. Take a look at that. He's rolling. Almost.
Might have a personal foul after the play.
Oh, and they're going to call this on Western.
Oh, huge. Huge.
I didn't see it.
I didn't catch it either. Might be a little taunting. Just a guess.
They'll call it illegal participation, which usually means taunting. If it was a push or something, it would be a... That's one that the home faithful is not going to like. And that's going to move it forward for a North Central State College first down 15-yard penalty there.
What timing.
So Monroeville, after shooting themselves in the foot, now gets the benefit of a 15-yard. Coach Stevenson wants to know, so they're bringing in the official who made the call. He's telling them exactly what happened. And nothing Coach Stevenson can do at this point other than shrug his shoulders. The good thing is they still got 50 yards to go to pay dirt if Monroeville wants to take the lead. So that would have been a punt situation, however.
I briefly saw the official explaining to the player what he did wrong.
Keeper by Clark. He spins off one tackle, and he's going to pick up 4 yards. Let's take a look here. Good block there from Monroeville's number 11. Well, actually, it was Cleary, 41. So pickup of 3, second down and 7, 9:24. As the clock rolls here, fourth quarter, Bachelder Field tied at 14. And Clark going to keep it. He's only got one guy to juke out, and he does juke him. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Eagles. As that is going to be 48 yards on the Eagle touchdown. There he goes as he finishes it off. And we will see the celebration here. But what a run.
First Monroeville touchdown after an interception. That touchdown after a killer personal foul penalty.
I think we just talked about it. Colton Clark, 2 longest runs were 15, 16 yards. We talked about that 5 minutes ago. He hadn't broken one yet, and we knew he could. And he put a move, took someone out of their shoes there. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 9:02 remaining here from Bachelder Field. We've got a dandy going. It's Monroeville back in front. They lead Western 21-14.
We are CB Electrical, your local experts for safe and reliable electrical solutions. Whether it's summer, spring, winter, or fall, we've seen and done it all. Every service call, big or small, our expert efforts all stand tall. That's why at CB Electrical, we live by the motto, if it's a circuit, we can work it. Call to schedule service or request a quote online. Find us on Facebook, Google, and cbelectricohio.com.
So Monroeville answers after the turnover on the interception, and they've taken the lead on a 40-something yard touchdown run there from quarterback Colton Clark. Here's a pooch kick taken by the Roughriders at the 35, and they'll get it out to the 40. That's where they will take over first down and 10, 8:58 to play. So Western kind of they've been multi-purpose today. A little bit of rushing, a little bit of passing. They've shut down Landon Wiggle. He's played better here in the third quarter. Monroeville pretty much exclusively on the ground, Todd. What we kind of thought.
It is playing out that way. Maybe a slight surprise with how Monroeville's playing, but very impressive. Third quarter, all Western, but fourth quarter, Monroeville snatches the momentum back.
3 receivers set. Look for Freilich. Negro rolls, looks, he's going to throw one up out there, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. He took a big hit. Let's see if we can see the hit.
We saw the pursuit from behind, but it was actually someone else that got him.
Yes. Yeah, that was Isaac Krieger, 61, who was coming from behind. He got around the left tackle. Second down and 10. You'd have to think, we're under 9 minutes. You're probably going to see the ball 2 times. Maybe get it a third time. You don't know. On the slant, they throw in the dirt, and
looks like a good catch.
They're going to say catch. Let's see if we can see it here. Sliding catch there by Brexton Freilich. Well, hey, once you told me it was Brexton, I knew it was a catch. That's good for 10 yards. Actually, they're going to say 9 yards. It's third down and about the length of a football. This has got to go to Wiggle. This is where you pick your best running play and you run it over your best offensive lineman. And they're going to run it left. Wiggle's going to get the first down as he got out on the corner. Colton Cook comes up with the stop. But here's Wiggle. Good for a Western Reserve Roughrider first down and a North Central State College first down. And that keeps the clock going. You almost have to start thinking about it. I know, you want to get the ball 2 times if you need to. They may have to think about hurrying up a little bit here on offense. There's a throw and putting that arm out there. And I tell you what, I think that was Freilich. And, boy, he's a little slow to get up out there.
From our angle, that looked like another center field safety catch for an interception until the last second.
Yep. That'll bring up second down. Freilich going to stay out there. Well, we saw Clark earlier. He was doing the same thing with his left hand. Freilich kind of doing it with his right hand now. Cooper Rowe in the slot. You got to be wary of him rolling your quarterback to the right and throwing it to Rowe. Now he goes in motion. Looking. They throw it to Wiggle. And that's red, and it's going to be brought down for no gain. Look at the defensive linemen here. Some of them staying disciplined and staying home.
I think they become aware to that middle screen.
Thomas Platt out there, and it's going to set up third down and 9 for the Roughriders. Wiggle in motion. Negro straight back, looks, he's going to throw it up out there. 50-50 ball, and that's Brexton Freilich time. Take a look at Brexton here. You are not going to take it away from Brexton Freilich.
It's almost a 1/3 ball. 2 defenders back there he snatched it away from.
That's good for a North Central State College first down. That one on 3rd and 9. I don't know, if you can get single coverage, I think I'd just throw it 4 times to Freilich. He's in the slot now. And they fake the counter. Migro's got room around the right side. Migro dives for the first down. Take a look here at Colton. He got around Maverick Meyer and Cleary, and it's going to go for a 9-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down Roughriders as we're almost at the halfway mark of this fourth and what might be our final quarter. The one thing probably going to happen, and we've seen Western go for 2 every time tonight.
I started to wonder.
We're going to be looking at 21-20 quite possibly. Wiggle looking, and he's just not going to get out of the the hands of Isaac Krieger, also in there Reed Wasserman. And that's going to set up a third down.
He almost spun away from 3 tacklers, but not quite.
I tell you what, when they've needed yards, their best play is to roll Migro out. They've got the ball in the middle of the field now. I think I roll Migro out to the right side, to the Monroeville sideline part of the field. Here we go, 3rd down and 4. Migro looking, he's going to loft it out there, and it's incomplete. Take a look as the defensive end got up the field quickly, Colton Cook, and forced him into that pass.
They were looking for that rollout you called, but good containment by Monroeville.
And that's going to bring up 4th down. And the line to gain looks like it's about the 13. They're on the 16. Biggest play of the night, and still 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Just over 5 minutes on the game clock.
Western wants to hold their timeouts. They're going to run.
He's got room.
He's got room, and he is going to get down inside the 13 at about the 12. Let's take a look here. And I believe,
they're saying move the chains.
There it is. He steps out on the 11. It looked like on the edge he wanted to throw a flag there, but he did not. And that is good for a North Central College first down. And the line of scrimmage is the 11, so they can get another first down. And there's running up the middle into the end zone for the Rough Rider touchdown. Wiggles his way into the end zone. And now the big play.
That play looked like pay dirt from the handoff. Now we'll see.
We said they struggled at St. Paul last week on 2-point conversions. I couldn't tell. Was Wiggle in the Wildcat there, John?
You are in the better position from the crow's nest for this ends of the field, my friend. I was straining to look out window number 3.
So Migro has got Wiggle on his right hip. Still 6 seconds on the play clock, and Coach Stevenson realizes this is an important play here. As you know, if he doesn't get it, he might wish he has that timeout back because we're down at the 5:08 mark, but it's too important play not to use the timeout here. So
you know they had to have that 2-point play ready to go.
Yeah.
So they must not have loved what they saw on Monroeville's side of the ball, how they lined up on defense.
Well, I was going to say again, I thought Migro running to the right, getting him out in space, but Colton Cook blew that play up last time. He got some good penetration, so I don't know if, again, you go back their last 2-point conversion that they hit on, they had Wiggle in the Wildcat and had a big blocker out in front of him.
Hate to mention Major League Baseball, we still don't have great news tonight. Guardians still down 2 in the 7th, and Detroit has woken up. They're up 2 in the 7th.
So, hey, we're a late inning team.
I hope so.
Here we go. Might be the play of the game up to this point. One team going to have a 1-point lead after this one. In motion. Rolling Rowe. He's got to throw it, and it's intercepted. It was deflected and intercepted. Take a look here on the replay. And again, getting good penetration upfield and forcing that throw is Colton Cook, number 7. And now it's going to come down to the Rough Rider defense. Can they make a stop here?
With, like you said, only 2 timeouts.
Each team with 3 touchdowns. Monroeville with 3 extra points. And Western Reserve with 1 2-point conversion.
Well, again, Coach Stevenson before the game did not lie.
Right.
They weren't going to kick. They went for 2.
So Western, I assume, Monroeville, if you could kick it away, they've got 10 guys within 7 yards of the 50-yard line right now. But I would think that Western, if you could pooch it over the line down one of the sidelines and have it bounce on about the 30, that's a long run for Connor Boris, who's middle of the field. They're acting like they're going onside.
Oh, boy.
And they do, and maybe that's why they're not kicking. That onside kick.
Yikes.
And I can't tell the number on that, but that's going to be a flag. Offsides, actually, before he kicked it because he's right-handed. I think the kicker was offsides.
I think that ball went farther sideways than it went forward.
It did. Can't make out the number of the kicker there. It's 20, Kohler Graves, 5'9", 160-pound junior. He's going to take this one a little more head-on. Again, at the 35, 45-yard line is where the Roughriders can legally recover it. And this time he kicks it back to Boris, taken at the 29. Boris back middle of the field, and he's going to get it out to the 40-yard line, and that's where Monroeville is going to take over. Todd, can you tell on that scoreboard, do they have 2 timeouts left?
I've got 2 on each side.
All right, so Monroeville probably 3 first downs would seal it.
Both timeouts were taken on defense, backed up deep. One was for to try to stop a touchdown. One was to try to get ready for a 2-point conversion. So we're both down to 2 on each side.
I'm going to have a tough time picking our Prestige Pools MVP here tonight. Boris Clark in the backfield, and Boris is going to take the handoff, and Western's going to be there defensively to stop him after about a 2-yard gain. They'll give him the 43, 2nd down and 8.
I'm going to vote for Isaac Krieger if his grandpa comes back up in the booth again.
Tried to see here. Still 3-1 on the Tigers over the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Still 4-2 Rangers, and the Rangers have 2 on. Riders could use a stop here. 2nd down and 8. High snap. Clark pulls it in, and he's going to get 2 yards out to the 40, and that's going to set up 3rd down. And it looks like right now Coach Nestor is saying, I'm going to get as many yards as I can. I want to keep the clock running, and I'm going to turn it over to my defense. Now, maybe I don't think he passes it here. I think he tries to get Clark on the edge with a lead blocker.
I would be stunned by a pass as well. We just got 3:50 on the clock. Western still gets to keep their timeouts. We'll see if they use one here if they stop them short.
They substitute late, so they got to get up there. 5 seconds on the play clock. In motion. And they get the snap off. They roll it, and they are going to throw it. It's caught, but stopped
and out
shy.
Of bounds.
They're going to run the clock. Take a look at this reception. Ethan Pomerick. But it's going to be 4th and 3. It's decision time right now.
The clock is stopped. You and I saw the same motion from the official to keep the clock rolling.
And I don't see anybody out there saying run the clock.
Huh. He was moving backwards, going out of bounds.
Well,
I could have seen that.
I don't know if the head official is going to blow a whistle. Here we go, 4th down. And the kick is away. It's going to take a Rough Rider bounce, and it's going to be downed at the 30-yard line. But interestingly enough there, we saw him say roll the clock. The clock stopped. But you know what? Those kind of things happen all the time. The lead official then didn't ask them to re-roll the clock. He was looking at it. So that made me think maybe they changed their mind.
I'm sure the scoreboard operator here in Western didn't mind pausing the clock there just in case, and they were not corrected.
I think if I was running the clock at my school, I'd have done the same thing.
Wait
till he tells me to do that.
We have a new entrant maybe in the player of the game.
Well, and now I think they're talking about it. I don't know if they're discussing what happened. I was surprised. I thought I'd see some coaches jumping up and down on the Monroeville side. And they didn't take down a timeout, did they?
He's now talking to him, the side official that was motioning to keep the clock rolling. So we'll see if they go back and take 20, 30 seconds off the clock.
You're going to tell him.
Yes. That's exactly what it was.
Coach Stevenson isn't going to like it, but that is what he said. 3:11, so they're going to take 12 off. And I think that, you know what, that might be a happy medium for both because it was probably 20.
I don't think that'll change the game either way.
No,
but
I don't think so.
Hey, we got one right up here.
Straight back to pass. Migro throws it over the middle. It's intercepted by Cooper Cleary. Cleary down the sideline. Take a look at it here.
Cooper Cleary has impressed me from the jump today. Power running, speed, intelligence, right where he knew that ball was going.
And now, on that turnover, Western is going to need to sell out here on defense. They do have 2 timeouts to use, so they can get the ball back with about 2:20, but Monroeville does have a kicker. His name's Isaac Krieger. There's a handoff trying to strip the ball, and that's going to fall ahead for about 3-4 yards. Take a look there as that's Boris.
And it's turned ugly up at Progressive Field, 7-2 Rangers. So we can just concentrate on this game, folks.
We can concentrate. Well, and maybe the Sox can help us.
The Red Sox haven't helped me since I've been born.
Well, it will surprise some of the Western faithful leaving here right now. This is still a game. And I don't know, clock's still running, but the play clock is not running. That's odd. They got to start the play clock. Well, now they're telling them, and now they've got to get it right here, as the official never started the play clock. And frankly, they got to put back, I think I told you that 2:55 on the clock, 30 on the play clock, so that will take it down to 2:25 after this snap.
Hopefully Coach doesn't have to turn around and yell at the timekeeper another time, or
now
we're going to see some flames.
There's going to be more discussion. This is where if you've got one of those nice PA systems where you can play music, you play the Jeopardy theme song here, right?
I've heard them play some music here tonight. I'm old school. I like the pep band providing all of the noise and some cowbells, but we've got some.
So again, that's about right. This play will occur sometime around the 2:25 mark. They'll use a timeout. Western hopes to get another timeout around the 2:10 mark, and they would have a chance with the football with 2:10 to go if Monroeville doesn't get a first down. A first down going to make it really tough. And Clark going to keep it. Clark uses that speed,
Wide
and
open.
Clark's going to go into the end zone
Wide
for
open.
the touchdown.
Well, now you might see a little more traffic headed to Route 20.
Colton Clark, take a look at that one.
Not touched.
Now, hey, I didn't think of this, but maybe that was the smart thing. You let him score, and you've got a chance to tie, and you have 2 timeouts. We're going to try to attempt the extra point. All of a sudden now you're going to get 2:32 and 2 timeouts remaining. Extra point. Kick is away, and it's blocked. Take a look here.
I was going to say I would have almost gone for 2 there. Western doesn't kick the extra point either way.
Right. And with the block, we have timeout on the field. 2:32 to play from Bachelder Field. Monroeville 27 and Western 20. Back with an exciting finish after this.
We are CB Electrical, your local experts for safe and reliable electrical solutions. Whether it's summer, spring, winter, or fall, we've seen and done it all. Every service call, big or small, our expert efforts all stand tall. That's why at CB Electrical, we live by the motto, if it's a circuit, we can work it. Call to schedule service or request a quote online. Find us on Facebook, Google, and cbelectricohio.com.
And back we are, where another touchdown run. You know how far that was, Todd? Somewhere around 14, 15 yards, I'm guessing?
That's what I had. He had daylight from the jump. He had one man to beat who didn't even come close.
Kick is away. Roughriders, that looks like Fralick who's going to take it. Fralick's got room outside, and Fralick's going to get it out close to the 45-yard line. Take a look at the Brexton Fralick kick return.
Well, maybe that's why we've been seeing pooch kicks all night.
There's Fralick going to be marked out at the 47, and that's where the Roughriders will take over. First down and 10. 2:26 on the clock. 2 Roughrider timeouts, 2 timeouts for both teams. But you would have to think this is going to take away the running game unless they can get it down inside the 10 here real quick. I think if I'm going to roll out, I'm rolling out away from number 7, Colton Cook.
Are we using a timeout?
And it looks like the Roughriders going to have to use a timeout.
Not a timeout a coach wants to use right after receiving a kickoff.
No doubt. I was looking to see if they maybe had an extra guy on the field. And that'll give me a chance to check some of the area scores.
I've got Perkins 63-14 over Clyde in the 4th. Huron over Port Clinton 35-21 in the 3rd. Seneca East 28-7 over Upper in the 4th. Wisely, I'm going to skip the Monroeville score. I'm learning. St. Paul 47-6 over New London in the 4th.
Hey, I got to cut in only because I like saying it. Michigan State 2, Michigan 1, men's soccer.
Take that, Cooper. Gibsonburg 42-6 over Calvert. South Central 24-14 over Mapleton. Not been updated recently, that South Central score at the half. Gibsonburg's score was a final over Calvert, 42-6. Crestview 42-0 over my dad's alma mater, the Plymouth Big Red.
All right, and down there, Ontario leads Pleasant 27-24.
Norwalk beat Vermilion 14-9.
Wow. In motion goes Rowe. Straight back as Migro looks. He tucks it under. He's got room. Cleary's trying to get to him. It's thrown down the sideline. Caught by Rowe. Caught by
We have
Cooper
a penalty.
Rowe.
Did somebody step out of bounds?
I'm not sure. Let's take a look here at that catch. What a toe tap
Or
there.
past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he was past the line of scrimmage.
Monroeville defenders were immediately pointing as soon as that ball was caught.
Let's look at it again here. Line of scrimmage is the 42, and he is over by about 2 yards. So with that, I think a loss of down comes with that, if I'm not mistaken.
Illegal forward pass against Western Reserve.
And what an individual catch and throw out there, but you're correct. Migro was over the line of scrimmage, and it's looks like a loss of down, a 5-yard penalty from where the spot of the foul was. So 2nd and 13. And Migro's going to hand it to Wiggle, and Wiggle's going to get maybe 3, maybe 4 yards. And now it's going to set up 3rd down and 9. Looks like they had 2 plays called there. But it all comes down to these next 2 plays at this point. If if they turn it over on downs, there's not going to be enough time to get it back. Freilich in the slot to the right. They're going to roll. They're going to throw it down the sideline, and they're going to throw it long and incomplete. Let's take a look. They want pass interference. Let's take a look here.
From what I saw, I agreed with the call. Looked like he had position. The ball was way overthrown. That was a big ask to want a penalty on that for pass interference.
And now it's going to be 4th down. And
with one timeout left, this is the ball game.
Yes, I'm not sure. And it's a good spot. Hey,
yeah.
You know, you're going to use both
you get
of
it or you're done.
You're going to use both your timeouts during dead ball situations, but there's no way I wouldn't be talking to my kids here. Timeout. Monroeville 27, Western 20. I don't know what to think of the MVP. I mean, Boris with a 63-yard touchdown run. Clark, I believe, had a couple touchdown runs. I thought Cooper Cleary played a whale of a game. Number 41. Yeah, we'll have to talk about it here.
I said I noticed him on the field from the jump, so I've got my nose down trying to keep all of these perfect stats.
Yeah.
If folks
Look at that
if
chicken
folks
scratch.
could see this looks like my 3rd grade math chicken scratch back in Central Elementary School in Willard, Ohio.
I was thinking I was going to go to my phone and see Red Sox 4, Tigers 3, but it's not.
No, I told you, do not count on the Red Sox. Here we
go. 4th and 10. Migro's got to tuck it back. Migro's going to be brought down. He's still up on his feet. And eventually brought down just about at the line of scrimmage. Is that Monroeville defense just a little bit too tough there. And now no timeouts remaining. It should be 2 knees. And we are going to be done here.
Was that Alex Schaefer again
I
grabbing
think it
on
was.
and not letting go and finishing, with all intents and purposes, the victory for his Monroeville Eagles?
So 1st down, and they are in the victory formation. This time Clark taking his first snap under center. And with no timeouts remaining, they'll run it down inside 40 and then only have to snap it one more time. But what a performance here tonight. A shame anybody has to lose this game. Each team made a couple mistakes. You know, they'd like to have a turnover or 2 back here, but it came down to the wire. And Monroeville tonight just 7 points better than the Roughriders.
I'm very happy and proud to be here tonight. My first night really on the microphone. A fantastic game. Came down literally to the final minute.
Well, and you know, probably the biggest fans of this are St. Paul and Ashland Crestview, because St. Paul would have, now they're right back only at game behind Monroeville, and they'll play them in the Week 10 of the high school football season. So we had a doozy here tonight. There's still 20 seconds on the clock, but for all intents and purposes, the fat lady is singing, and she is singing the Monroeville Eagles alma mater, as Monroeville is going to escape Bachelder Field by a score of 27-20. Todd and I are going to get together, talk about who the MVP is. We'll have him here live on the air in about 5 minutes.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Homan Transportation, hauling fresh milk and cream from the farm to your table. Proud supporter of the Monroeville Eagles.
And we are now joined by our Prestige Pools MVP. It's Monroeville fullback, running back / middle linebacker Cooper Cleary as he helps the Eagles to an exciting 27-20 win over the Western Reserve Roughriders. And, you know, you started out the season big win over Macomb. Then a couple tough losses, but this team got healthy. Colt Clark back at quarterback, and this one tonight we knew was going to be a battle. Tell us just a little bit about in the trenches down there.
Well, we prepared all week. We knew they were going to be big. We knew they're a physical team. Props to them. They're a very good team. It was a dogfight all week. We play every week as if it's the championship game for our conference.
Now, next week, a big week because it's the ribbon cutting for Marsh Field.
Yeah.
You get back home. You know, what are some of, you know, you're a senior. What are some of the goals you've set for the team this year?
I'm a junior.
Junior, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. We want to get better every week, and I think we've done a great job doing that. It's an uphill battle every week.
We could have in the opener against Macomb, we had Boris and Clark up here as our MVPs, but really that one interception you made was a big interception as they were trying to come back. What did you see on that play?
I saw that there. Cooper Rowe, me and him we played basketball together, really good buddies. I knew it was a screen. Every time he's out wide, I just see a screen every time, and I try and get it.
And you jumped the route, and everything was history after that. Well, congratulations. You're a Prestige Pools MVP.
So much.
Good luck to the Eagles next week and the rest of the year. You get to shout out anybody you want out there in Facebook and YouTube land. Who do you want to shout out? Cooper Cleary.
First of all, I want to shout out the entire team. Even the scout team, they do a great job preparing us every week. They're out there. They're being physical every week. I want to huge shout out to Colt Clark and Connor Boris. Connor's out there giving me a break at running back whenever I need it. Shout out to my family. They do a great job supporting me. And shout out to my coaches. I couldn't do it without them.
Well, that's going to be a wrap here on the MVP Prestige Pools. Cooper, congratulations. Good luck next week. Monroeville beats Western 27-20.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Homan Transportation, hauling fresh milk and cream from the farm to your table. Proud supporter of the Monroeville Eagles.
are here on our post-game show, the Monroeville Eagles Athletic Boosters post-game show, and we really saw a fantastic football game tonight, Todd. A shame that any of these teams had to lose, but in the end, Monroeville's defense and their offense makes just maybe one more play.
Every commercial break, we looked at each other and we knew we were watching a great game tonight. We said it to each other. It's sad that one team did have to lose. I mean, you hear that once in a while. It was true tonight. I mean, they were playing hard. They were playing tough football, and this meant I was down on the field. This meant a heck of a lot to the Monroeville program. It meant a heck of a lot to the team and the entire community.
You can see there. The final numbers, Monroeville 27 and Western 20. Both of them will play down in the schedule next year. Western's had back-to-back rough games with St. Paul and Monroeville as October 3rd, next Friday, 7 p.m. Monroeville will host Mapleton. We'll have it live on YouTube Channel 6. It'll be the ribbon cutting of Marsh Field improvement project. And then also Western will be at South Central next Friday. But that's going to be a wrap here, Todd. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me in the booth. And now that I know you're good at it, we'll put you on during the basketball season because I know you know a lot about basketball.
Well, let me quickly give a shout out to Mr. Mike Adelman, who is a longtime friend of We would have loved the end result. So it was a real special night for me. I appreciate being here.
Yeah, thank you. That's going to be a wrap. I want to thank Brandon for being up on the roof. We've had good, usually by this time we've had bad weather in a game, and so far so good. We haven't had to fight through any of the rainstorms or anything like that. But Monroeville wins it in exciting fashion, 27-20. For Brandon Ehrenberg on camera, my partner Todd Lillo, I'm Chris Bliley signing off from Bachelder Field, where the Eagles win a close one, 27-20.